Just in 3 days, we sold about 25% of all the cars that we had. What, Jose? No, I got it. I got to do it for the people. Yeah, they want to see this. They want to see me work. Because usually they just see me walking around talking like I don't do anything. Stress. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Oh, and I just about hit Jose. All right, get more tags off, switch them out. Test drives, selling cars, test drives, selling cars, also screwed. All right, one more. All right, so it started. Tax time is upon us, and I'm hearing a lot of mixed messages from a lot of dealers. And they're either saying that this is the best tax season that they've ever seen, or they're not selling anything. All right, so we just started getting rolled already, and it's early. What's over under? How many today?
14.
14. I'm gonna go a little conservative. I'm gonna say 10 today. 10 today is over under. Usually we get a few waves, and if you don't hit that first big wave, then you're probably not gonna see a ton of that tax money. So it's got a lot of dealers worried right now that, oh, maybe tax time is delayed, but I'm seeing that other dealers are selling stuff, but I'm not really moving my cars. It is 10 o'clock right now, and we are selling 3 cars all at once. And I need a razor blade because these stupid stickers won't go off this car. And the reason why a lot of these dealers are freaking out is because they know exactly what I know. If you don't hit tax time right when it starts, if you don't sell a majority of your cars right when the tax money gets here, it's going to be gone in a blink of an eye, and you're going to lose out. And luckily, we actually knew that it was going to happen today. And we usually know the day that it's going to happen because the day before, right around 3 or 4 o'clock, we'll just get slammed and we'll sell like 2 or 3 cars. And they'll let us know it's tax money. But what happens is, so yesterday, the government will put the money in most people's accounts, like right in the middle of the day. I don't know why it happens that way, but that's the way it happens. And people don't realize it's in their account until like 2 or 3 o'clock. And then as soon as they get that money in their account, we have a little rush. And I think between like 4 and 5 o'clock yesterday, we sold 3 or 4 cars. So we knew that because that happened, that today we're just going to get bum rush. So we're kind of prepared for it. So anyway, we'll see what happens today. So as we're getting busy throughout the day, what I will be doing is I'll be running out, putting tags on cars, taking stickers off, getting our statements out of the cars to take them to do the paperwork. Because my team does not allow me to do any paperwork because I will just mess it up. They don't even really want me talking to the customers, so they keep me outside and make me be the runner while they're doing all the serious stuff. So that's what you'll get to see most of today. So I'm going to be doing this all day long. Oh my goodness. And trying to hold a camera the whole time I'm doing it, and I don't know where to put, where do I put this? How does this work? There we go. Is that going to fall? Yes, it's going to fall. There we go. Is that better? Can you even see what I'm doing? Maybe it's not the problem with transparency why dealers don't put their prices on their cars. Maybe it's because they don't want to deal with these dumb stickers that just, look, such a pain. They're so hard to take these things off. Come on. All right, get more tags off, switch them out. Test drives, selling cars, test drives, selling cars, also screwed. All right, another temporary tag. Here we go. Can I? What, Jose? No, I got it. I got to do it for the people. Yeah, they want to see this. They want to see me work. Because usually they just see me walking around talking like I don't do anything. I do stuff. I'm doing things right now. Temporary tag, that's what I do. I'm pro. This one won't even go in. Wrong screw. Come on now. There we go, that's better. There you go. Professional tag, putter owner thingy. All right, so tax time's hitting us. It's chaos out there. We've sold 8 at this point. Alex is at the auction right now, so I need to call him and give him an update about what's going here so he knows what to do there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so we're going crazy right now, so buy everything.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, if you're close on anything, just maybe just expand your range just a little bit, just because today's probably the last day we're going to be able to buy cars for close to reasonable.
All right, cool deal.
All right, buy everything.
All right, bye.
All right, later. So now, since tax time's hitting us, guess what? It's not just going to hit us. It's going to hit all these dealers across the country. And now what you're going to see, especially on the wholesale level, is prices are going to spike. And then that's going to carry over to retail. So we're going to get this bump in the car market right now where all these dealers are going to be just like me. They're going to sell a bunch of cars on a short amount of time. So they're going to rush to the auction and spend way too much money in a very short amount of time, sending prices to the moon at auction, sending prices to the moon on the retail level. And it's not going to last long because this money, we know it's only going to last like 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe. So we got to get all of these cars going within that time period, and then the money's going to dry up. But prices are going to remain high for a while after that because dealers have to reload their lot after they sell a whole bunch of cars. So expect that to happen in the market. And I still can't talk. I'm still dealing with this little head cold, whatever it is. All right, so what we have to do now is, because we have so many cars, we have them stacked 4 deep. So we're basically playing car Tetris. So we just had a test drive go out. I had to move 2 cars to get that 1 car out. And now we got to back this car back in while navigating through customers, because there's like 4 people behind me and they're not paying attention to what they're doing. So I don't want to hit anybody. And then there's then that's a different kind of problem for the day. So that's what we're doing. We're moving around lots and lots of cars and selling them and test drives and stress. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Oh, and I just about hit Jose. All right, and for those of you that are saying, well, he's selling cars just because he's got this YouTube channel. Well, no, that's not the case, because I don't even give our car lot out on our YouTube channel. I don't want to be that sleazy car dealer that's just trying to push his stuff on YouTube. I'm trying to give you good information. So no, that's not the case. This is tax time. This is what happens. We get tax refunds, and it happens. I told you it was going to happen, and it's happening right now. So for all of you naysayers that said tax time's not going to be good and you're going to be stuck with all your inventory, you're wrong. More temporary tax. We're rolling. I think we're on car 6 or 7 now, and it's not even 12 o'clock yet. So definitely tax money. Definitely hitting us, because it's not like today's a Saturday. Saturday's usually our busiest day. Today's not Saturday. Today's Thursday. So it's definitely tax money, and I love these tools. All right, so another thing we have to do is we have to have someone direct traffic, because we have a small parking lot. We have a small amount of parking spaces, and for whatever reason, people just want to park in the middle of the parking lot. Okay, there's a parking spot right here. Please park in it instead of in the middle of our driveway. It's so frustrating. All right, so I was wrong. Nate was right. We're at 14, so I'm going to go show you the damage, show you what we actually sold today. How many we sold? Well, I just said 14. We sold all the cars. Not all the cars. We sold 14 cars. And there's our messy lunch that we had to order because we didn't have time to sit down today. All right, so here's our board. And whenever we sell some cars, they put it up there. So these are all the cars we sold today, and I'll show you. Boom. Boom, there you go. Alex is behind me. I told him to go and buy all the cars today, and he only bought 4 of the cars. Only 4 of the cars. He didn't do a good job, so we're unfortunately going to fire Alex today.
That's all right.
And he'll be hired again tomorrow. We fire usually at least one person every day. So now, if what I'm hearing is true from a lot of my commenters, a lot of dealers, is that tax season is not going to be good this year. A lot of people are getting a lot less money than what they thought they were going to get. Then what's the situation going to play out for those dealers that did not hit it hard right in the beginning, and now we're going to have a slower tax season? Now, I don't think this is going to be the case. I think we're going to get our regular few waves from tax season and continue to sell strong. But let's play it from the other side. And what's going to happen if tax season just kind of stops right here? We get one wave and then it's done. Well, what I think is going to happen in that situation is you're going to have dealers that, not like us, they didn't sell very many cars because they were priced too high. And that can be a situation with a lot of dealers that they were anticipating this tax time that was going to be just a banger of a tax time. So they priced everything really, really high, anticipating that they were going to make a ton of money per vehicle and just sell everything. And that didn't happen because they priced themselves out of the market. And instead of them being able to sell their vehicles, their customers came to me and bought my cars because I was priced at like $3,500 to $5,500, somewhere in there. And that's what people could afford, and that's what they bought. So they came and bought from me instead of these other dealers. So now what are these other dealers left with? Well, they have a bunch of cars on their lot that they paid way too much for, and now they're still asking for a lot of money on these cars, thinking that these tax checks are delayed, whatever. They still have people that are going to get some tax money that are going to come buy from their lot, and it's not going to happen. So they are really posed with a couple different options. One, they can keep waiting and hope to just trickle out some sales. In those cases, they're not going to be able to go to the auction and then refill, so wholesale prices should stay down. I don't think that's going to be the case, but that's one option for these dealers. The other option is, okay, they got overexposed. They were overexposed before tax time even started because demand was down then, and they were holding on to these higher prices thinking that demand was going to go up with tax season. But when that tax season doesn't come, now they have to get in panic mode because they have floor plans that have to be paid. They're probably pushing the limit of when their floor plans are due already because they're holding out on these higher prices. So now they have to do what a lot of car dealers do in these situations when they have to raise a bunch of cash pretty quick. They have to panic sell. So they have really two options in this panic sell mode. They can either lower their prices a lot on their dealer lots, and then they still have to wait for customers to come. But the second option is what a lot of them choose to do instead of lowering their price on their lot, and that's to dump a lot of cars at auction. And in this scenario, it really benefits dealers like me who were able to go ahead and load up for tax time. We sold a lot of cars, and now we'll wait for some of the crazy prices to go through auction to go through. With these other dealers that didn't sell, they'll start sending a bunch of cars to auction. It will increase the inventory that's at auction by a little bit. We still have a big hole from these trade-ins we're not getting from these new car dealers. But as we get more inventory from these dealers that really can't sell their cars, it adds supply to the system, and then on top of that, it could take some buyers out of the system because these dealers that are trying to sell into the market, they're also not trying to buy into the market at the same time. So you add a little bit of supply and you decrease a little bit of demand, and that just helps the wholesale values in general. I don't anticipate this to happen because there are quite a few dealers out there that I've heard from that are doing well. So it seems like the dealers who... How do I put this nicely? We're trying to gouge people maybe a little bit more. Those are the ones that are going to get hurt. The ones that are over leveraged, those are the ones that are going to get hurt. And the ones who are trying to move with the market and try to move their cars when they needed to, those are the ones that are going to reap all the benefits right now. I being one of them, that's what we're trying to do. We're going to get all these cars moved out, and we're going to wait a little bit for these other dealers to get pinched, and then we're going to go in and buy again. So that's what I want to happen. Depending on what other dealers are doing, how much they're selling, all depends on when we can go back in and buy, because if dealers as a whole, if they're able to sell a lot of vehicles right now from the tax money, then it's going to take longer for the prices to come down on the wholesale level for us to go in and start buying again. And as you can see behind me, we've sold a lot of cars. Just in 3 days, we sold about 25% of all the cars that we had. So now what am I doing here at my lot? Well, what we know is that last week we hit it really hard. We knew that we had, whatever happens from here on out, we've had a great tax season. And really we have to wait to see through the auctions if other dealers are having the same kind of experience that we are. And how we'll know is the prices at auction. If the prices skyrocket at auction over the next couple weeks, we'll know that other dealers are hitting it hard too. If the prices stay about the same or go down a little bit, we'll know that other dealers are they're struggling. But what we can't do is we can't wait around for our cars to be able to make these decisions whether or not we need to move quickly with the market or not. Because what we do know is that as quickly as tax money comes in, that's as fast as it leaves. So what we have to do is, in the next week, we're going to slash prices. And I know what you're saying, Brandon, you just had an awesome week and you don't have a ton of cars left. Why would you slash your prices? Well, it's because I want to stay ahead of the market. So me and my office manager, we've already talked through this, and we know over the next coming week, we're going to make sure that we capitalize on what we have here. We want to make sure that the customers that will only have access to that tax refund money for just a small amount of time, because we know as soon as they get it, most people, they're going to spend it. So might as well spend it here versus the car dealership down the road. So we want to make our prices as competitive as possible, and that means lowering them. I mean, they're already competitive. We're already the cheapest place around, but we want to even get the next wave of customers, the ones that are looking far and wide. We want to entice them to come and buy the rest of our vehicles. So if we slash our prices, then we know that we're going to get those consumers, and we want to get them before all the money runs out. And on top of that, we want to make sure that we filter through all of these cars that we had to pay pre-tax time prices on. And we anticipate that the post-tax time prices are not going to be as high as what we had to pay for these cars that we have right now. So we want to filter through all of these cars, and we want to move them out. And the way that you move out cars on a car lot is by lowering your prices. So that's exactly what we're going to do, even though it seems counterintuitive. But no, we know how the market works. And if we get this other scenario where a lot of these dealers aren't selling cars right now and they bid off a little bit more than they can chew and tax time wasn't good for them, then we're going to see prices get smashed here pretty soon, in probably a month, month and a half. And I don't want to wait for that scenario to play out. I don't think that's going to be the scenario that has happened. I do think that dealers are selling cars right now. And we're going to find that out in the next week, 2 weeks, but I can't wait for that. I got to move all these cars, and we've got a few cars that we're still being worked on, but we've got we're down to like a row and a half of our cars up there. And if you saw any of our videos for the last couple of weeks, you know we've had 4 rows. So we sold a lot of cars, and we want to just get everything that we have left on the lot. Let's get it out of here, and then we can reset. That's the thing about tax time. You build up. You pay what it costs to get cars on the lot, you get them all out of here, and then there's a reset. There's a crash on the wholesale level after tax time happens every single year, and we want to be cash heavy and inventory light whenever that reset happens, and that's what we're preparing for at my lot right now. So that's why we're going to slash prices, even though we're the busiest that we've been, and we will be all year round. What I'm hoping, if those dealers truck getting a lot fewer. Time was good for us, and we know that there's a potential. There's a motorcycle. What I'm planning on that there's in there either, so let's just have it drop. All right, and another one. Oh, all right, dropped it. There you go. We've sold a lot of cars. We've sold a ton of cars in the last half week. No, there's